welcome to another My Little Podcast. We're your hosts. I am Bree. I'm here with my brother Bryson.
Hello.
My father Gary.
Hello.
And my mother Shelly. Hi. Today we're going to be chit-chatting with you about the Stockings video and our Christmas, My Little Merry Christmas live stream that we did on Friday, which was a whole lot of fun.
Super fun.
And I thought we would open up with this suggestion by G. Barnes. You know,
Why are you so hesitant when you say the person's name?
I hesitate because I'm like, I know I'm probably not saying it right, but my heart's in a good place.
There we go.
This is always an exercise.
I like the way you say probably.
Oh, it's probably in the right place. Did I hedge my?
No, that you're probably saying it wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, probably. Well, because there's like a small chance, and it's what keeps me hoping that I've said it right.
Yes.
Yes, you know how that
Yeah.
goes. Okay. I'm assuming it's a she because there's a she on the thing, but maybe I shouldn't assume that. They say you can use a knitting needle to push the toe part out as an FYI. So remember how we were having some issues when we were making the stockings? This was on the stocking video that we did on Wednesday. We were having some issues. Bryson was...
Because that toe goes whoop like that.
Yeah, it loops around. And of course, you know how you do that where you sew it inside out and then you right side it up. And so we were having some issues with that. And she suggests a knitting needle, which is wonderful. We don't have a knitting needle, but if you have one, then that would be the perfect thing to use.
We ended up using a butter knife.
Yes, which is knitting needle-ish.
Backwards, like
It's
the
the
other
toast
side,
version of knitting needles.
I mean, it worked pretty good, I thought. The butter knife did, yeah.
I mean, I didn't do it, but it looked like it worked really good. Yeah. You guys were amazing with all that stuff.
Someone should make a sewing machine that sews inside out stuff from the outside.
Oh my gosh. Have you seen that clip of people they're in a factory and they're like its pants are being mass produced like jeans?
Yeah.
And they have this tube, these two tubes that suck in, and then it's all sewed inside out, and then they put the pants up to the sucking machine and it right sides out the jeans.
It sucks
it in.
And just go,
I'm like, we need one of those.
Why didn't we get one of those for the stocking?
I don't know.
Wow,
Seems a
you
little
need
extravagant.
Really powerful suction tool to pull that little thing out.
It's
like, careful, don't put your hand on that. Why? You're not going to get it back if you put your hand on that thing.
All the stitches are gone, but all the stitches are gone. But by golly, it's right side out.
You put it there, and all of a sudden you pull out, and it's shredded, and you're like. The vacuum was so powerful.
Now, Amanda Wagner says, you guys have to make a stocking for baby Azalea. And actually, we did. We made one for Azalea, Garen, and Ellie, of course. And
We
they
actually didn't make them for them. You know, stockings to me are kind of a personal thing, and so we didn't just want to make them for Garen and Ellie, but they had stopped by and we asked them if they'd be interested, and they just jumped in and started picking out material, and they started making their own. And then we had kind of some material that we could have used for Azalea, but then we thought, gosh, you know, we don't really have any really fun stuff for her. So we ran down to the store in hopes of finding Christmassy, you know, little girly something. There was nothing there.
No.
So we ended up going in the clothing section and buying an XXXL Christmas shirt, sweatshirt type fleece thing,
like a hoodie thing.
Yeah. So we brought that back and made her stocking out of that.
And Garen and Ellie, they cut up all the fabric, and I think they did some of the sewing, but it takes a little long, so they ended up having to go, and we just finished it up for them.
Yep.
Yeah, just the last little
just
things
the last
for 'em.
little bit.
It's kind of fun sewing those stockings. You have them inside out and just sew around and then flip it out. It's kind of fun. It's rewarding to flip it out and see the end result. Like, you worked so hard on it, you have no idea what this thing's going to look like, and you flip it out, you're like,
yeah, and I was going to say, too, on Garen and Ellie, they did ask that we save the pattern because the new baby's coming, and we'll be able to make one, or someone will be able to make one for her next year. Yeah. So,
and we ended up cutting out the, the pattern, I guess, out of really intense cardboard that we had. So I feel like it's going to hold up for many years if we so desire. So,
as long as termites don't get to it.
I suppose there's always the threat of termites, at least in Bryson's world.
Just sitting in this room is a threat.
What if it exploded?
With termites everywhere, all over us.
We really do need a T-shirt that says it could explode.
It could explode.
But it could explode.
Stop. It could explode.
It could explode.
I like that.
Okay, now on to our... Have we said everything we want to say about the stockings before I move us on to the live stream?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know that we had a little bit of a challenge finding fabric for everything, didn't we? A little bit, was it? Oh, I guess that was for the
It was
azalea.
just the azalea one that we had a little challenge.
And we had, and then we didn't get the right, I think we mentioned this in the video, but we didn't quite get the right backing or whatever, that makes the fabric stiff. So in the good old fashioned My Little Homestead jerry rigging way, we used that, cement glue or whatever to adhere stuff in the back. So that ended up working.
I really thought it worked good. Yeah. It made the stocking softer because I like that backing because it's not like tough. It was soft.
Oh, that wasn't for material?
No.
Oh.
The way
was
we
felt.
did it was very jerry rigged.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think we got the backing stuff. You're supposed to,
I thought that was for fabric.
Yes, but
I don't.
it's my understanding,
Oh.
and granted, it's not very, I don't have a great, huge understanding of fabric. I think that you're supposed to iron on a backing, but the backing that we
yes,
got
okay.
was a little, just too thin. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
But that made it nice because the inside of the stocking now is made out of that.
Yeah.
That's
So
a color.
it worked out really good.
Yeah.
So that was really great. Now, on to the live stream. G Art says, I'm always shocked that Garen isn't the eldest. And then
So is Garen.
Lynn,
we.
yeah, Lynn Fabs says, me too, I thought Garen is the eldest. And that is what everyone always thinks is that Garen's the eldest.
Your dad and I always said about Garen is that he just was always an adult, even when he was right
When he
here.
was little.
And I used to worry a little bit about him because he was at a very young age using power saws, and you just couldn't stop him. I mean, he just was, and I'm talking. I don't even want to admit to how young he was, but I always thought, oh my gosh, if something ever happens to him, and you have to run him to the hospital, they're going to say, what was he doing? And I'm going to tell him what he was doing. And they're going to go, why in the world would you let your young son do that?
Yeah.
But you couldn't stop him. He was a builder from a young age. And so...
It's kind of one of those things where you just tell him what the safety is. And then, I mean, logically, a lot of it is logical. And he was always... in fact, for me, I'd want to do things, and Garen would be like, no, Bree, this is why we don't do it. He was very into safety. And I believe at some points you were like, okay, Garen, please make sure Bree stays safe. And he's like, you got it, Mom. I remember as a kid because he was always... Anyway, that's good. Yeah. I don't know.
Sorry, Brie, that you get bumped into second place.
I don't mind it. I just find it hilarious. And then people are like, oh my gosh, she's not the oldest. Yeah, 2 years.
2 years.
I am 2 years older. I just think it's funny. One Rian says, I'm currently working on a big Santa hat for my car, and I might need more fabric, though. A big Santa hat for
Oh my goodness.
Oh, how fun! Like on the...
I was like trying to picture what that would
Is
look
that
like.
on the top part?
Like the top.
How would you?
part
Oh,
of
and
the
you
hood.
hold it on
Hood,
like
maybe?
through
With the doors or something?
I don't know. That
It sounds exciting.
That sounds super fun.
via a bunch of
Sounds so
magnets.
I feel like
Pretty
the
powerful.
air at some
Yeah,
point
you'd
would
have
like...
to have something pretty sturdy to hold it on there.
That's a great idea.
That is a great idea.
I know we were walking around or driving around town, and somebody had pasted a Santa like in the back seat. A sticker like shh.
Yeah.
Did the shh thing.
Oh my gosh.
It's so funny.
It scared
You
me at
teach
first
you a
'cause I
double
thought-
take.
Yeah, because I thought someone was in there. I was like, what? I was like, oh my gosh. It was just a picture they just put on the window. It was funny. It was funny.
Oh my gosh, that lens. I was looking at, I don't know, watching something at a meme or somebody, I think they were posting pictures, mechanics were posting pictures of funny things that people have come into with their cars, and there was this car that had an American flag. You know how they had where you roll up the window and it stops like a flag there, and so there was this car, and then the guy was laughing because the client had said, there's like this flapping noise that happens every time I drive, and it's like he was laughing.
Oh my gosh.
All right, and Jen, this is kind of off topic, I suppose, but and yet on topic too. Jen Carely says, is Garen and Ellie having a boy or girl? And they're having another little girl. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be pretty fun.
2 little girls.
Another one to spoil.
Yeah. Azalea is so just well mannered. She's a great baby. She'll make a great eldest.
Yes.
From one, I'm not really technically.
From one eldest
but
to
from
another.
one eldest-ish to the next eldest-ish. No, she's eldest. There's no ish. I'm the ish. Speaking of which, we had so much fun decorating for Christmas for the live stream. We spent all morning doing it. It was a lot of fun.
Super fun.
And
Seeing all the ornaments and stuff.
yeah, we did some pre-decoration because we figured we probably would only have enough time to do up some cookies, do some music, and then also hang the tree. Decorate the tree.
Hang ornaments.
Hang ornaments on the tree,
yeah.
yes.
We don't want to hang our tree.
Yeah. The one
I don't think it would hang very well either, and it would just fall apart.
Yeah. The one decoration that I was super excited to do this year was I wanted to take, we have like a little village of, those little, village, ceramic village things. And I wanted to do kind of a snowscape on each of the 3 window, sills.
Windows.
It's not a seal, it's a sill. On the window sills.
It's not a seal, it's a sill?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Folks in the comments are like, bless you all, but it is sill, not seal.
Oh, boy.
So
I did
anyway,
not know that.
but it
News
was
to me.
it was so fun unwrapping those little houses because they're all done up so they don't break, and it was so much fun because then on the back of them it shows who painted some of them were marked, and Dad, Mom, and Jocelyn, which is our older sister.
1992 and 1993.
Yeah. And they're so fun. Red Barn was one of them that you guys had done, and I think you did a farmhouse. I mean, you guys were farm all the way at that point. And that was so fun to have those up there, a little piece of our past, and just fun. I don't know, it's kind of festive on those.
Yeah.
And our goat arrived in time. Yes. We didn't know. We had ordered him online. And he was actually, you can just get him at the local farm store, but they were sold out. So I got online and ordered it that way. So I was tickled that he arrived in time. We did name him, I think. We named him.
Yes. What was his name?
I think it was Jingles.
Jingles.
But we took pictures of it and Bree posted it. And if you look at the pictures, the horns are going this way.
Oh, they're wrong?
And we discovered that they actually go back. So
Backwards.
we had to fix them. So we got them fixed for the live stream.
The difference between a male and female.
That's what I was thinking.
No, the bullhorn moves forward. Right?
Yeah.
Bullhorn moves forward.
Yeah.
Ram horn is either twirly, right? It's for ramming. So you have it backwards.
Well, I feel like they can come around too.
Plus, it streamlines them so they can run fast.
Yes. Aerodynamics.
I cannot let this go, but I just have to say it. We need to get a little tiny seal and put it up on our windowsill, and now we have a window seal.
Oh, good one, Brian.
I'm not kidding you. I want to do next time we have a sill or seal situation where we make a seal because it'll happen. I want to do a shirt that is a window sill. A window seal.
Yes, you got to do that.
I want to do that next time. I'm like, because I was putting in my mind, I knew we'd be mentioning the sills and seals, and so I was like, hey.
Oh, we could have done that with like caulking around the window because you're sealing the window seal.
Well, then that would be a seal, not a sill. Oh, I see. The seal on the sill.
The seal, you're sealing the ceiling. You're sealing them.
Yeah.
That is confusing.
It's fine.
Yep.
The next time we do a window, it's probably not until the shop. Might be a ways away, but yeah, I like that. We can't forget that. That's good.
We'll have to keep that.
Okay, we'll have to mull that. Please help us remember.
Because we don't have memories.
By the time you see it, it'll be over and done with. Yeah, so... Yeah, it was a lot of fun. That whole podcast was exciting. We usually, when we do a live stream, we do like webcams, and those are fine. They function. The crispness of the image is not that great though on them, so that's kind of the give and take. But they're easy. You just plug them in.
Good, even some good ones are still not.
Yeah, the webcams, they're just not the same thing you're used to when you're looking at a high-def, camera.
Yeah.
And we found out this time, we found some software that allows us to use our phones as webcams, which is pretty cool.
Which is what we film with usually. We usually film with the iPhones.
Yeah,
because their quality is so good.
Yeah, so the coloring, the lighting, and the image was so much better. We were so excited about that. So that was a fun little thing.
Sure.
Yep.
So
I loved it.
It was a lot of fun setting up.
What's amazing is we're filming on a camera lens that's only like that big.
Yeah,
It is
instead
amazing.
of a great big old lens,
You know, in the older days, they had cameras that were like massive with all the, everything. Now we're just like, blink. You can fit in the palm of your hand.
I'm so excited when the technology has now gotten to the point that we can do that pretty easily by plugging in the camera into the computer. And I'm so looking forward to. They have the technology out there. It's just not great. And that is being able to stream what comes out of the phone into the computer without a cord, because that'll really open up what we can and cannot do with that stuff.
I was thinking it would.
It's still hairs of cords that come out every time. You're like, oh, we're not going to have that many cords. It is always a tsunami of cords.
I was thinking, would it be that hard to make a case for your phone that has its own antenna system? So it uses the same idea where it grabs the footage from the port on your phone and then broadcasts it through a separate channel to something like a USB channel plug-in port or something.
Well, it's all built into the phone. Bluetooth does the same thing.
Well, it does, but it's not. The speed is very slow. So if you had a case that had its own battery pack and its own system, you could speed that way up.
Yeah, because we actually weren't using
Bluetooth
Bluetooth.
2.0.
We actually weren't using Bluetooth. It was, to my understanding, we were going through our router, and it was connecting to that network.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
I don't know if Bluetooth
and
would
that's
be
probably one of
faster,
the
I
reasons
don't
why
know.
it was kind of
Yeah.
But yeah, because it's the same technology they use for drones. Broadcasting that footage directly to FPV goggles or even filming. It's that same tech. You just put it in there,
Yeah, for sure.
which I think is Wi-Fi now that I think about it.
It's a miracle. There's so many different things that go into putting those live streams on. It was a little overwhelming to start off with. It always is.
We started out early in the morning.
Yeah, and we even were prepping a little bit the day before, although not on the technical side of things.
Just getting
And-
decorations in,
Yeah.
planning.
And it's just it's always a miracle that it works, because it's like any one thing can go wrong, and it's like
It did
it's
work
all
really well. I
It
thought
did.
It worked really well.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Was it that we had to do a test stream?
We did
Before,
one, and it
'cause
was
we're like, you never know, like you don't know, like
you just run it and
our
hope for the best.
experience is you could be 5 minutes away from going live. You think you worked all day on it. You're so prepared to doing it. Everything was working beautifully on your test stream. Everything worked. Then you go to stream. Audio's not working. This is not working. That's not working.
Yeah, because we
And
had
you
the
have no idea what
song.
caused
The
it.
song was supposed to
Yeah,
be
by
you
Kim
had been-
Houghton, and
yeah.
we had been in correspondence that week, and she was like, "Hey," we asked her if we would do this beautiful song, if we could play it, and I wanted to open up the stream with that. And on my side, it looked like it was playing just fine, not even a problem. But it didn't end up pushing out, which was a bummer.
You're
I
just
did it.
silent through that.
You
Yeah,
did it at the end.
I did it at the end, and I actually had gone through a different way for the ending, because I separated it because I wanted to do different parts of the song, and I have to do it on the fly, so I queued them up differently. And I'm glad that second part worked, so we could end off with that song, so you could hear it, because I was mentioning, I was like, yeah, that song you first heard when you came in, nobody heard nothing. It was just all silence. I was like, no. But I think that
Yeah, and it's not like you can put it in afterwards. You were able to just find a canned song. To
they
put
don't
in the
let
beginning.
you. They don't let you upload your own
once
stuff.
you miss it, and there's no other opportunity.
You
Yeah,
have to
so-
take it down and re-upload a whole new one.
In fact, it's a miracle that we can put anything in after the fact. That's very
Yeah.
new, I feel like, to YouTube. So you actually could go in and blur stuff if you wanted. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you can do after it's up. So
Yeah, I was going to say
that's
too,
awesome.
with the iPhones that we were using, one of the problems is when things are in low light, things don't pick up very well. The newer iPhones do pick up well in low light, but we did go around and switch all our lights out for kind of more of a
White light.
white light.
For a bluer light.
Yeah, and
But
I
is it
think that
clear?
helped
What
too
are
to
they
make
called?
sure it was
Clear?
helped
2400
light in the
Kelvin.
room. I don't.
Yeah.
Did you
4,000
bring the
Kelvin.
box lights in?
Warm
no,
and cold. They
we
call it
didn't have
cold.
one box light,
Cold
which is
light.
really
Cool
unusual
light.
for us. Yeah,
And
It
that's
was
just
really
more
unusual.
stuff
It was
to trip on.
cool.
Cool lighting.
More cords, more cords.
Yeah, so that helped too.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to do, and I'm looking forward to the next one we do.
Should we do it next week?
I enjoy that. Maybe
No.
we could wait until after the Christmas season, just a little bit.
We have
Year's?
thought about doing
We
like
will
little.
actually. That's the plan. New Year's,
Oh yeah.
loosely. We'll let you know.
Loosely.
Yeah.
We just committed to it, but loosely.
Loosely.
Loosely speaking, New Year's.
Yeah, like yeah. Yeah, we have talked about doing one just for New Year's Eve, the turning over of the midnight. But it's different for everybody. Our
I know it.
midnight
It
is
is?
different.
We could call it the
it's-
desert.
It's midnight.
The
at our
desert
place.
New Year's.
The Southwest New
You
Year's.
know,
Southwest
you know what
New Year's.
we could do is
The problem is that we're behind everybody.
you know what
Yeah.
we could do? We pull up a bunch
we're
of
not.
monitors.
Hawaii.
We could do a New
Oh.
York. We could do a New York one.
That's what I'm thinking.
New York-
We all get to go to bed early.
No. I was thinking this. We pull up a bunch of them, and around the world as they go off, we just follow the train. So we pull up a bunch of monitors, and then we celebrate. Then we celebrate
times.
again. Then we celebrate again. Then we celebrate again. Then we celebrate.
And then on the half hour for some, because depending on there's some time zones that are on the half hour, not the hour.
Yeah.
In Canada, so we'll have to do
they?
the half hour.
Canada. Sorry, Canada. Sorry you guys got that.
Ooh, you know what? Why don't you just hop aboard the space station, right? Because it's super simple.
We'll just
You
grab
get
a
up there.
ride.
Yeah, grab a ride.
Just grab
and then
a ride.
as you go around, you follow the Earth around, and then you're in constant New Year's 24/7 for that entire
There
time.
you go. Or we could do Zulu time.
Sure.
Yeah, Zulu. Military guys. Yeah, that's Zulu time. We could do that, or Greenwich.
All of us are like,
Greenwich time. We
I
have
like
one,
it.
which is
we could make
ground
up our
zero.
own time. Because I
That'd be
feel like that's
London.
kind of what we're doing at the moment.
No,
I
no,
just-
there's Zulu and Greenwich.
Sweet, New Year's has started now.
Yeah, no, that's great. Well, yesterday and today, we've been working. I'm sorry, I get so excited when I. This is my little hint to what's coming on Wednesday. We have been working. Dad and I have been working to put out a little original song. That's a little Christmas original song, and that'll be coming out on Wednesday. We'll produce that and get that out to you. Really excited about
we
it.
should take
It's an
that off,
original.
too.
Did I say original? What?
We should take that off too and show it.
It's
That
just
is the
a.
hint.
It's just a.
It's a hint.
It's just peppers.
Did you know it was?
Hot
I didn't know it
peppers
was a
if you're
hint.
listening and not
I didn't
watching.
know it was a hint over here.
Yeah, I was all excited. I'm like, I'm gonna put this in here, but I might not notice, so better point it out.
I didn't even notice, and I was in the room.
Anyway, so we're really looking forward to doing that. We'll have a regular weekly peek on Friday now, and then the music video on Wednesday. So yeah, it's gonna
Yeah,
be
we
a lot
won't have another special now till probably
In
the
New
New
Year's,
Year's
maybe.
one will be.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, it'll just be regular weekly peaks now, with maybe hopefully a little Christmas flair. Maybe we can do a little something. We got to do something Christmassy every week, but
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the fun part. That makes it exciting and festive.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to doing that. We really appreciate you hanging out with us and spending some time and watching the live stream, being there. And I know it's a little different than what we're used to doing, but it was sure a lot of fun. We're glad to have you along with us. We're looking forward to sharing more with you. We're hoping you are having a great holiday season.
yeah.
And we look forward to sharing with you on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.